XP is one of the most important aspects of Shindo Life. And if you want to be a good player in Shindo Life, you probably need to know how to get a lot of XP quickly. Because XP is actually needed for like so many different things, such as your levels, bloodlines, elements, and much more. So today, I'm going to be teaching you guys the fastest way to make billions of XP in Shindo Life. If you guys enjoy this video, subscribe with post notifications so that you are always the first one to watch my videos. And join my Roblox group, you guys. It is linked down below. If you join, come to the store and buy the merch. If you do, I would really appreciate it, you guys. It helps me out for my future videos. And yeah, no more wasting time. Let's begin. So the first thing we need to talk about is grinding. Grinding is obviously one of the best ways you can make a lot of XP in this game. Probably one of the most effective ways, but also one of the most time consuming because there's quite a few ways to do it. Obviously, if you're a beginner who's like never played the game before, you have to start off with the training logs. There's no other way to do it. But if you're a more experienced player with good bloodlines, you could do the green scroll missions. However, if you are pretty much a pro at this game, I have one of the best methods for you. And I think you already know what I'm talking about. We're talking about bosses. Now, bosses aren't actually that hard to beat. However, if you don't have the right bloodlines, it can be difficult. So if you're not sure what to use against these bosses, allow me to help you out. The 4 bloodlines I would recommend is Zenodokai because of the mode, Apollo Sand for its 3rd attack, Kamiki for its mode, and Kaijin for its 3rd attack. Now, I recommend you do have like more attacks as well during the fights. It'll make it a lot easier for you guys. And something else I highly recommend is a companion. It doesn't really matter which one, as long as it can distract the boss, it's going to be useful. So the reason why Kamiki is useful for its mode is actually because it actually has a good C-spec, you guys. Alright, so here's the C-spec, you guys. Here it is. Actually, it's in the first form. It's not in the second form, so we do have to wait for this cooldown, but let me show you. Alright, guys, it is time to use it, so let me show you. Look at that. So pretty much, it puts all these, like, red spikes at the player. It is so good if you're trying to grind bosses. And this is honestly like an alternative to Zenodokai, but the #1 bloodline for grinding is Zenodokai, and let me show you why. So Zenodokai is actually like a beast when it comes to grinding. I would recommend you use the first form instead of the second form, although if you want to use the second, go for it. And the C-spec on this is even better for grinding. Let me show you. Check it out, you guys. It does a lot of damage. It can pretty much wipe out a boss's health in like seconds, so I highly recommend you use this. But of course, Kamiki is also pretty good. Let me show you the other attacks we have as well. Kaijin's 3rd attack is pretty similar to Zenodokai. Here it is. Pretty much has the same thing here. You can see has like these balls coming at the opponent. It does last longer, and it has a little bit of a longer range. It does do less damage, but it's great during boss fights. And Apollo Sand's 3rd attack is super easy to use as well. Very good for grinding. And yeah, you guys, with that being said, let's test it out on a boss. So a few things to know, you guys, that each boss does have a 5-minute cooldown, so I do not recommend you go to Ember for this, as all the bosses are more scattered out. However, you could probably go to like another map, like the training field, where it's a lot easier to get to bosses, because it doesn't take as much time. But with that being said, there's also a 5-minute cooldown after each boss you defeat, so you do have to keep that in mind as well, you guys. Here we go. We are trying to beat this boss right now. So don't use your Zenodokai C-spec or Kamiki attack until you get the boss to stop moving. I'll show you when that's going to happen. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good moveset here because I am using like all the bloodlines I was talking about earlier. So just keep that in mind, you guys. So I'm not exactly using a great PvP or PvE setup right now because I did use like all the attacks and stuff that you do have to use. I'm not using like optional ones, but here we go, right here, you guys. Oh man, my thing sucks, my companion. But once it's in this position, you're gonna want to use your Zenodokai. It shouldn't move if you use it quickly. Like, it did just start moving again, but that's pretty much my companion's fault. But we're good though. You can kind of get the point. Let's kill this boss now. So yeah, the only time you should really be using that attack is when the boss is not moving. But you could see it was kind of stuck for a second there. We did defeat it, and look at that, we actually just got the companion. That's pretty lucky. However, I already have it, so it does not matter. But yeah, you get so many XP from bosses, especially if you're level 800, you guys. Keep in mind, being level 800 is pretty much the best way to get XP as well, because if you're level 800, your XP pretty much doubles. Although I'm pretty sure that's just for levels. I'm not sure about actual bloodlines. For bloodlines, you have to get those to certain levels to get more XP too. The specific bloodline. So we can just keep that in mind. But yeah, you can see how easy it is just to defeat bosses, guys. And that gives you a lot of XP, especially when you're defeating more than one boss. And doing this with friends makes it even faster, because you can have different friends at different areas ready to fight bosses as soon as you can use them pretty much as soon as you can beat them. So that's honestly one of the best ways. Let's talk about some more methods. So this next method is actually going to be super effective if you have friends with you, and we're talking about war mode. So to get to war mode, you're just going to want to go to the game modes area right here, and then you're going to find war. Now, I do not recommend you do this alone. If you do this alone, you're going to suck, even if you're really good. So don't do a private server unless you have friends, or if you have like a huge following on YouTube or something like I do, where you can just invite people and they'll join. But if you're not one of those people, you should probably just go into a public server. But pretty much all you're going to want to do is defeat the little minions in here, because you get a lot of XP for getting to waves and stuff and killing the enemies. And these enemies are absolute dog water as well. Alright, you guys, we are here. I don't really have good attacks once again. For this, I don't really have any recommendations. Just use whatever good PvP attacks you would use, honestly. Or crowd control attacks, which pretty much means that they can hit like a large group of people at once. It's really useful, you guys. But I'm just going to show you guys a few examples of how easy it is to defeat these things. They suck. I mean, just look at this, bro. Manhandling these people right now, man. Dog water. Get your booty butts out of here, man. You guys have no chance against the one and only EJO, bro. But yeah, you can see how easy these are to defeat, and you can get a lot of XP from doing this for a while. And yeah, you guys, that's war mode. So there are many ways to make your XP go up a lot faster as well. For an example, you can actually buy the ×2 boosts for XP. There's 30 and 10 minutes actually. Yeah, 10 minutes and 15. You can buy these if you want ×2 XP. If you want another good way of getting ×2 XP, one good way is just waiting for updates. Some updates, they actually do have ×2 XP events. But if you want ×2 XP without paying for anything or waiting for an update, you can actually just rank up. If you're at max rank and you do rank up, you actually get ×2 XP for 15 minutes each time you do rank up. So it could be pretty useful. And yeah, there's really not that much I have to say anymore, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you out, please leave a comment, share the video. I would really appreciate it, you guys. Of course, I do want to keep making more informal videos like this, because I honestly love making Shindo videos. I do want to make a PvP video really soon. Maybe I will. Just let me know down below. Although I'm not really that great at PvP. If you want to help me learn how to get better at PvP, I guess you can join my Discord server, but tell me from there. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.